Bonjour à tous et soyez les bienvenus.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We thank God for this memorable day that has brought us here. I welcome you all to Burkina Faso, a country of men of integrity, for this first international forum, Invest in Burkina Faso. I would like to thank all those who took the trouble to travel to Burkina Faso despite everything that has been said about it, especially those Western press who spend the time to make it clear that Burkina Faso is an unlivable, impassable country. And despite this, you have decided to come and participate in this forum. I wanted to say a special thank you to you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all. I think that this forum is a huge opportunity to, first of all, understand each other. For me, this first forum is not necessarily in depth of corporate relations and others, but above all, to understand Burkina Faso. So right away, I spoke about the overview of Burkina Faso in relation to certain media, certain nations. But the most important thing is to understand the revolution in Burkina Faso. I think we are the only country in Africa that has declared a revolution, and it is difficult perhaps for an investor to understand what revolution is and how to invest in times of revolution. And I can assure you that in Africa, this is perhaps the only opportunity offered to invest in a safe way, and everyone who comes to invest must understand this. For several years, many investors have come to Burkina Faso in this democracy that we know, but many from elsewhere have been betrayed and disappointed. Some have been defrauded, some have been scammed. They have been met with many refusals of approval in the ministry. They have been confronted with corruption, with many facts that have prevented them from establishing themselves in Burkina Faso. Some are witnesses. We say this because many investors have come back to us and explained to us a little about all their misadventures in Burkina Faso in this time of democracy. This is the disadvantage of politics in Africa.
Today, we are in a revolution, and someone does not need to file a license for years or to be asked to do so before we can set up. We do things in complete transparency, and that is very important. So this is the first step to be able to return to Burkina Faso. All these hassles are now in the past, and you can come and invest in Burkina Faso with complete peace of mind. Secondly, we have put a lot of legal armament, if I may say so, in place to be able to secure investments. I think that there is a panoply of texts that you can read to better understand why we want to protect the investments of nationals and even of those who come to invest in Burkina Faso. Because revolution is popular. And who says popular? We have a very young population. And it would be dilatory to sing from the rooftops that we are fighting for youth employment without thinking about industry, processing, and therefore investment. We think that for young people to help employment, we need to help industry. We need to help local processing. And so who better than investors to be able to support and give jobs to young people? And so this is also one of the missions of our revolution. And thank God, Burkina Faso is a very resilient, very young, and very, very hard-working country. We have a youth that is now putting its heart and soul into the work because we have managed to change a lot of mentalities to put people back to work, and the results are being felt. So, one more reason to have this certainty of being able to invest in Burkina Faso and to have the necessary and qualified workforce to be able to support you as well. So one thing I also wanted to say to you investors is this particularity of Burkina Faso in Africa. We must not lie to ourselves. I have just given some facts right away. Burkina Faso is no longer in this logic. You should not come as an investor to try to corrupt either the ministry, someone in the ministry, or the presidency to hope to have advantages. We ban corruption from our activities. You should not come as an investor and believe that Burkina Faso is like all the other countries in Africa too. Unfortunately, this is the case. It continues.
People plead for investment, but because of corruption, it becomes slavery.
We are not in a model of investment by exposing our young people to slavery and exploitation. No, that is why we want to do things in a transparent way, so that each party can benefit from investments in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a very rich country. I spoke right away about our human resources. We have this subsoil, immensely rich in various types of materials. There you go. So we have a rich soil for agriculture, and the government puts a lot of energy and money into being able to support our producers. We therefore have many other assets of integrity and values that can be exploited in the area of investment. So I invite you all to take advantage of this spectrum of possibilities, to explore this and understand that there are many opportunities in Burkina Faso. We are here to support investments in Burkina Faso in a sustainable way with mutual respect. We want to process our raw materials locally, so we need industry. And when we talk about raw materials, we are talking about subsurface materials. We want the limestone we have to be turned into clinker in Burkina Faso and turned into cement. We want our phosphate to be processed locally into fertilizer. We want our dolomite to be processed into lime on site. We want our manganese to be processed on site. We want our copper to be processed on site, and so on. We have great potential in terms of minerals, but we want to exploit and transform them on site for the benefit of the Burkinabe youth and the investor who will come.
We need to process a lot of our agricultural materials on site. As I said, the state subsidizes agriculture a lot, and what could be more normal? Burkina Faso is a big hub where we can put a lot of industries to produce everything we need and supply the rest of the world because we have a working youth, and they just need a helping hand to be able to go there. So it is an open opportunity to be able to work, and the state is open to participate with you to reassure you that your investment is guaranteed. That is very important. Energy is a major challenge. There are many investors in the field of energy, and so we have told the Ministry of Energy to open up for all those who want to come and install thermal power plants in Burkina Faso, produce and deal with Sonabel. They are welcome according to the rules of the art, and I think that there is no problem with this, since all industries will necessarily need energy. So for those who come for industries and those who come for energy, I think there is a clear correlation that can be made. In addition to all this, I would also like to engage you, the Burkinabe economic operators, the Chamber of Commerce. So in the past, there have been several times economic operators who have scammed people from elsewhere, who have defrauded, who have deceived. I want you to put above all else the values of integrity of the Burkinabe. These are things that we will not tolerate and that we will repress with the utmost energy if we learn that someone who came from outside to invest in Burkina Faso has been betrayed by a Burkinabe. So I call everyone here to witness so that everything can be done according to the rules of the art. So on the security and transport infrastructure aspect, Burkina Faso is playing its part. We are fighting on the ground to recover the integrity of our soil. We are fighting to build a lot of roads to allow you to move goods and everything that goes with them in a free and safe way. I would therefore like to welcome you once again and hope that everyone can benefit from this forum, whether in B2B, as you like to say, that investors can cross paths, or that investors can cross paths with authorized structures, and that we can therefore launch the path of development of Burkina Faso together with the friends of Burkina Faso. Global geopolitics has changed, and I think that you who are here are our closest friends. Together, we can move the lines, and so everyone will be able, in mutual respect, to benefit from the current situation. Thank you very much to everyone. I hope that everyone will return to their homes in very good health, and that Burkina Faso will very soon experience new industries that will germinate from this meeting. I will follow in a particular way anyone who will come to invest in Burkina Faso so that it happens quickly and transparently. Thank you very much. Homeland or death? Thank you. Another facet of information in Burkina Faso. Amen.